Off to South London, to the Valley, where this Charlton side, led out by skipper David Young, are making a big promotion bid. Everything rests on a good run now. But Charlton also showed themselves to have a bit of a heart. Last man out there, Arthur Horsfield, is the man behind a scheme to raise £2,000 for a kidney machine for a young Charlton supporter, 15-year-old Vincent Watters. So before the start, they organised a sponsored long throw to be taken by the substitute, Mark Penfold. This throw, sponsored by the Yard, and in fact marked through 42 yards, and Charlton have already raised over £500 of the required 2,000 for a very good cause indeed. Now then, let's have the two teams. Charlton in a bit of a defensive dilemma. Centre-half Bobby Goldthorpe is injured, so Arthur Horsfield has to go back to number 5 to pick up Southend's dangerous Chris Guthrie. As for Southend, they've got Ian MacKenzie at number 5 on a month's loan from Sheffield United, and Terry Brisley at 4 on a month's loan from Orient. But as I say, most people see the key to this game as the duel between Arthur Horsfield and the man who has scored 18 goals this season and attracted a lot of attention from the big clubs, Chris Guthrie of Southend. The referee for this vital game is, of course, Donald Biddle from Gloucester, and in spite of appalling conditions, the crowd is rising towards 10,000.
And Southend all in white, kick-off attacking the goal to our right. A side that has slipped very badly after a very good start to the season, now 5 points away from the relegation area. Such a contrast to Charlton, who are 1 point behind the leaders in 3rd place, having lost only 2 of their last 14 league games. So really a very vital game for both sides here. Here's Malcolm Webster, formerly with Arsenal and Fulham, in the Southend goal. Horsfield doing well to find Peacock there. Bowman now trying to find Hunt. Sliced it nicely. That was a better Charlton move. In the end, coming to nothing, but showing a little more quality there about their play. Tony Taylor. Moody to Guthrie. Tried to turn that inside again for Taylor, but Bowman was there first. Peacock. Bowman again. And Tutt is telling everybody to stay calm. But still, with nearly a quarter of an hour gone, still Charlton 0, Southend 0. Guthrie playing it for Little. And now for Dyer. Brace right in there, but Young marking him well. Now that ball might come nicely for Hales. Can he get past MacKenzie, though? MacKenzie sticking well with him. But still, Hales got it across. Peacock is right in there. And in the end, it was Little who had to turn it away. Good run there by Hales. Finally tricked MacKenzie. Put it across the face of that goal. And before Peacock could get in, Little had turned it away. So good run by Hales, and a corner for Charlton, which Mike Flanagan will take. Curled in again, Warman's gone right in there. Webster got it and lost it, but there was a push on Webster, and a free kick to Southend. Phil Warman vying for the number 3 position with Harry Cripps, the former Millwall player these days. Good ball there to Flanagan. Peacock right up there calling for the ball too. But Flanagan taking on MacKenzie. Curled that one into space. Now Kelly, is this the chance? Straight at Malcolm Webster. And really the first real opening of the whole game. Well, that's the Southend bench. And above the P there, Arthur Rowley, just about to see him, one of the great goal scorers of post-war years. Now Hunt is away. Peacock on the right, Kelly waiting in the middle. Reinforcements have come up in the shape of Hales as well. And Flanagan, it's Hales' header, and they had trouble getting that away. Here's Flanagan turning it back again. And a corner to Charlton Athletic. Flanagan will take it. Arthur Horsfield has come up as well. Flanagan with it. And Hales couldn't quite get his shot in again. Kelly sensibly playing it wide to Richie Bowman. Charlton putting a bit of pressure on them now. Warman right in there with a nice backward header. And Tony Taylor with a chance now to get it away for Southend. And oh, that was never a free kick, but the referee has given it. He really has stopped the game so often, the referee, and allowed no advantage whatsoever. Really driving rain now. Curtis. Bowman. Curtis again, shrugging off the Southend defender. Now Ford. Hit off Bowman again. Here's Curtis once more. That's a good pass to Flanagan. Taking on Dyer. Accelerating well. Got Hales and Hunt in the middle. Oh, and that very nearly came for Peter Hunt. Elliott. Yes, a very rain-swept scene here at the Valley. Here's Peacock. Kelly played short towards Peacock. Brisley taking it up, and Brace. Only Brace and Guthrie are up, being joined now by Terry Brisley and by Dave Elliott. And Kelly couldn't quite get there in time. Little. As the whistle goes for half-time, and a very disappointing first half it's been as well. Nothing much for the goalkeepers to do, either for Graham Tutt, the 18-year-old Charlton keeper, or indeed for Malcolm Webster of Southend United. But a lot more to come on the big match this afternoon, but we leave you with a half-time score here at the Valley that reads Charlton 0, Southend 0. We'll be right back with the second half.
Another.
Well, welcome back to the Valley, and it's Charlton now attacking the goal to our right. 0-0. Remembering that Charlton are in third place in the third division. Desperately looking for 2 points, but it's Tony Taylor now on the ball at the moment for Southend. Really no fluent football at all to speak of in the first half. Although I suppose Charlton had territorially more of it. Really didn't make themselves more than the odd opening. And yet they're a side under their manager Andy Nelson who love to come forward and indeed to score goals. In fact, they've scored more at home than any other side in the whole of the Football League. 40 goals in 17 league games here at the Valley, but none so far this afternoon. But here's Richie Bowman. Brace gets it away. Horsfield getting in there. And Brace again for Southend. Ford. But Young should take control of this one. And finds Bob Curtis. MacKenzie was in first, doing a very fine job. In fact, he had some 49 First Division games for Sheffield United. It was Horsfield, played for Keith Peacock. Peacock did very well indeed. Oh, he plays so well there. Flanagan, oh, and a good save by Webster. Peacock did so well there, and it was a ball played in well there for the number 7, Mike Flanagan. And Webster did well to keep it out. Kelly very nearly ran into trouble, and his strength got him out of it as he finds Peacock. A bit glued down in the middle there, but that's not a bad ball to Flanagan. Elliott for Southend. Guthrie. Horsfield playing it for Bowman, and Kelly now for Charlton. Peacock being shadowed by Taylor, but he still, no, he couldn't find Kelly in the end. It ran through him to Guthrie. Nice ball there from Guthrie to Brace. Young supporting, Young rather harassing him, and Taylor supporting Brace. Brace again. Little chip in. Oh, and that could have caused a bit of trouble. Tutt seemed to be a little slow coming to that, expecting another defender to do the work for him. Forward to brace. Now it's with Tony Taylor. Little played on very nicely and accurately there for Ford. And Young getting that one away for Charlton, but only as far as Alan Little. And here's Steve Dyer. Brisley's there. Brace was almost there too, and now Peacock. Well, that could have been a dangerous moment for Charlton. Now they've got the chance to break out themselves as the ball is played by Bowman for Hales. Charlton's throw. Curtis. Played deep towards the goalkeeper. Oh, and he's in a bit of trouble. Yes! It's a goal, and it's an own goal, really, off the goalkeeper. Well, they come across for Curtis. And it was Curtis whacking that ball in there. Malcolm Webster had to stretch it, it went off him. Charlton go into the lead by 1-0. And the most remarkable thing about that goal is that Charlton won here 2-1 last season, and one of those Charlton goals then was an own goal by this goalkeeper Malcolm Webster, the second successive year that he's done it here at the Valley. But a very good deep kick into that penalty area by Bob Curtis. And it really is just a question after the game to see who's claiming that, whether Charlton will give that one to Curtis or whether officially it has to be an own goal against Malcolm Webster. Well, that's got a bit of life into the game now. Hales now, still going on his way, trying to get that into the path of Peacock, and Peacock just wide. Well, we're getting pretty close there to getting 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes. So Malcolm Webster. Kelly. And Warman. Curtis planted forward again towards Hales. Peacock galloping up to try and get possession, and does, with a chance to cross it, and it's gone. No, not for a corner, but Moody gets it away only as far as Peter Hunt. And Taylor in the end has to turn it behind for the corner. Now Charlton doing something that they do so well, really coming forward and harassing opposing defences, a side that loves to come forward and attack. Peacock with the corner. Horsfield right in there, a backward header. Oh, and it was Warman's header that finally was grabbed at the very last. Phil Warman, very nearly adding number 2. Now Guthrie. Very nearly got that across. He does look a player with a lot of class about him, Guthrie. Former Newcastle player, of course. Now a man looking for an equalising goal for Southend as this corner comes in. And Guthrie's amongst the men going for it. Strong, powerful-looking player. Brace getting it out again for Tony Taylor to curl it in again towards Little. Now Terry Brisley. Well, he's made a bit of an angle for himself. Yes, it is there. Whether it was Brace who finally put it over the line, but the goal is there. Tutt absolutely dumbfounded and beaten. Brisley did so well. Turned, found a yard of space, whacked it in there. Brace was right in there. and the ball was bundled over the line. Charlton 1, Southend 1. Well, Graham Tutt a bit fed up with that. Now it's with Andy Ford for Southend. Two rather stupid people on the field there on that far side. Whether that goal in fact goes down to Stuart Brace or not, again there's a query on that one. But Brace was certainly right in there, harassing that Charlton defender. It might even have gone off a defender. Now it's with Warman. Oh, a deliberate handball. And Biddle, the referee, is calling him to him, and I think he's going to be booked. Well, it's a curious contradiction when you had a situation at Wembley on Wednesday night when Franz Beckenbauer deliberately handled the ball in much more blatantly than that to stop Malcolm McDonald going through and got away scot-free. And here we have in the third division. And indeed, someone might say at Wembley when the Norwich defender Mel Machin handled on the line, he didn't get booked either. And Southend keeping that one away. Lack of consistency there in that one point about today's refereeing. Now it's with Peacock, trying to worm his way through, and Charlton have got a corner. Well, quite a little tackle there to be sorted out. Keith Peacock done no good to his right knee, I fancy. But a corner for Charlton. Mike Flanagan with it. Hit deep again. Oh, and he's lost it again. And it might go anywhere again. And Brisley finally got in there to head it away. Well, he had a bad moment there again, Malcolm Webster. Grabbed the ball and lost it. Might have gone anywhere. In the end, there was an infringement. Halfway through the second half now. Charlton 1, Southend 1. Curtis turning it back to Tutt. Free kick to Charlton by MacKenzie on the number 8, Derek Hales. So Curtis will take it. I wonder if he'll hit another deep one towards Malcolm Webster to put him under pressure. I would think that's a pretty fair bet, which is exactly what he's done. And Horsfield is in there. There's the header by Horsfield, and Webster that time got down well. Young. Flanagan. MacKenzie for Southend. He's given it to Peacock. Play for Richie Bowman. Flanagan. Hit first time and a good cross too. And Webster could only just get his fist to that one. And Southend with Andy Ford getting it away. Was doing there, but it's got to be a free kick. Well, I'm glad he's given obstruction against Bob Curtis. Free kick taken, and it's with Little. Dyer going away on the right. It gets caught in that mud so often in the centre circle. Warman going in first, read that very well. Played it on for Flanagan. What a good ball there. And Flanagan slots it in! Oh! Superb goal! What a superb ball by Warman, though. Beautifully into the path of the number 7, Mike Flanagan. And Flanagan kept his head well and slotted it Athletic 2, Southend 1. And a really excellent goal that puts Charlton back in the lead. So a quarter of an hour to go, and a second half that is certainly redeeming a lot of the poor play that we saw in the first half. Now Guthrie, can Southend come back again? Whistle. I think it's Alan Moody being called to the referee. Derek Hales as well. See, a little bit of niggling been going on off the ball between those two. And a free kick given to Charlton Athletic. Warman. Hunt. Flanagan forward for Kelly, and another throw for Charlton, beginning to take over this game now. Just under a quarter. Warman to Kelly. Brisley trying to turn it inside, but it's Richie Bowman for Charlton. Have a struggle getting this one over, I think, though. Oh, what a beautiful little bit of play, though, by Bowman, and finally it was Dyer who had to go in there and retrieve the situation, and Bowman carrying on again. And that's a good cross towards Hales. Oh, and it's just wide. Hales got up well, but that was some superb work in a very tight situation by Richie Bowman. Got that crossover beautifully, and Hales just headed it wide. Hit high towards Guthrie. Just a matter of seconds left. Stewart braces in there, but Young getting there first, and Guthrie going hard for him again. Now it's with Taylor. Just a little bit of injury time. Brace. Will it fall for Elliott? No, it's with Little instead. Now with Dyer. There's the cross going in again, too shallow. And now there might be the chance again, as Peter Hunt takes it up. And it's all got to come back. And in fact, it's the end of the game, the final whistle. Two valuable points there for Charlton Athletic, and a much better second half than we had in the first. Peacock, who had a good game, and really the thing that lit it all up was that excellent winning goal scored for Charlton by Mike Flanagan. The first one, in fact, being deflected in by the man you saw there, Malcolm Webster. And a final scoreline here at the Valley that reads Charlton Athletic 2, Southend United 1.
So two very valuable promotion points there for Charlton. In second place, 1 point now behind the leaders Blackburn. Let's meet the man who's put them there, manager Andy Nelson. I think the first thing we've got to do, Andy, is sort out who scored the goals yesterday. What about that opening one? Was it an own goal by the goalkeeper, do you think?
Yes. When this type of goal is scored, normally it's the player nearest the goal who gets his hand up as soon as he can, and everybody accepts that he's got the goal.
Which is what Mike Flanagan did.
Mick Flanagan, very quick. I think he got both up. And having said that, you know, we're fortunate enough to be on the television today to analyse it, and clearly he never got anywhere near the ball.
Yeah.
I think, to be absolutely honest, we can't credit it to Bobby Curtis either, for the simple reason that the goalkeeper ought to have had the ball.
Not offside, as you can see.
Not offside.
In fact, from the moment that left it, you had the feeling it was going to go into goal,
yes,
didn't you?
I think it's clear here that the goalkeeper was always coming under the ball.
Now, Flanagan doesn't get to it, does he?
He doesn't get near it, and the goalkeeper, in fact, it only just reaches his fingertips.
In fact, there was a long discussion in your boardroom afterwards, wasn't there? And
yeah.
Mike Blixton, your chairman, said that can't be an own goal.
Yes.
And there is a good debating point there as to whether that was going in any case.
Yeah. His definition of an own goal is that if it's going into the goal, if the ball is going into the goal, then regardless of what the goalkeeper does, it can't be an own goal. It's the last opponent that touches the ball, which would be Curtis. But clearly, I think that's a goalkeeping mistake, and if it was our goalkeeper, I would say it was definitely an own goal.
It was also, strangely enough, an own goal that was the equalising one for Southend. Derek Hales putting it into his own net.
Yes.
And that was a case when the ball wouldn't have gone in, I think, don't you?
I don't think it would have gone in. We see the ball come over now.
Some good work here by Terry Brisley.
Yeah, Terry Brisley gets it down. Keith Peacock makes his challenge too fast and sells himself early. And Terry does very well. A good shot, but I think clearly after the goalkeeper touching it, it's going wide and behind the Southend player.
Yeah.
And Derek Hales looks like a handball into the net, really.
So let's clear up those then. Malcolm Webster own goal, Derek Hales own goal, but there was really not the slightest doubt about the winner, and what a good goal it was.
No, it's an excellent goal, Brian.
What was so pleasing, particularly from your point of view?
Well, it was very good right from the start. Phil Warman read the play excellently. He makes a very good interception. A Southend player comes and he beats him, goes on the outside, and he's looking straight away for the killer ball. And Mickey Flanagan's got an excellent position, and he stroked it in behind the fullback. And, you know, the weight of the pass, everything is perfectly right. And the execution's excellent. You see Mickey Flanagan.
They always say that's difficult from that moment on, don't they? Forwards.
Yeah. The execution at the finish was excellent as well. Mickey Flanagan gets his head down, follows the ball right the way through. It was an excellent goal.
Yeah. I think, you know, to be honest, though, I was disappointed with Charlton yesterday. Having seen them once or twice this season, they played so well. They were disappointing yesterday. Why do you think that was? Yeah,
we were very disappointed ourselves, Brian. There are a number of reasons, really, but I think basically the main reason is, and it's normal, I think it's normal, that clubs work very, very hard the whole season and you play quite a lot of good football, which I think we have all year. You get yourself in a very good position and the nerves start to jangle a little bit and the players get a little bit too tense. They can't relax, they want to do so well. And as a consequence, it seems that you struggle to play good football.
But having seen you yesterday, I think the obvious question is, do you think you're ready for the second division if you get there?
To be honest, you know, I think that football was so close now through the divisions. I don't think we're ready for the second division. But I don't think there's anybody in the second division ready for the first. And, you know, regardless of whether it's Charlton...
Why aren't you ready for the second, though?
I think that we might need a couple of players, and a couple of players that we need purely and simply might not be available to us. You know, whether we had the cash or if we haven't, they're still not about. You know, we need... I think the standards as you go up is just in terms of how many outstanding players you have. Not, you know, there are no clubs in the country, or very few, with 11 outstanding players. You know, most of the first division clubs have got 5 or 6, and probably second division perhaps 3 or 4. And, you know, I think we might need 2 players in order to join the second division and make some sort of impression.
Your philosophy has always been one to go out and attack people, hasn't it? I know it was at Gillingham last year when you took them into the third division. It's the same this year with Charlton. And looking at a lot of third division games this season, it seems to me that I've enjoyed those, I think, as much as any I've seen this season. There seems to be more freedom and a lot of flair about it. Do you think there's something about the third division that other divisions could learn from?
I think that the third and the fourth, you know, I've seen quite a lot of matches at this level. It's tremendously entertaining for supporters, you know, for the people that pay the money to see the game. It's great stuff because the clubs don't seem to worry too much about retaining 8 players behind the ball, which you see so much at the higher level. And I think basically the reason probably is that defenders aren't quite as capable. Defenders at the lower level will make a mistake at some time during the game. So if you go away from home and you're intent to get a point and a no-goal draw, you won't get it because somebody will make a mistake at some time. So you're going to need to get a goal to get a result, so you might as well start off that way and try and get one.
What about Charlton now, the remaining games they've got? Do you think you're going to get into the second division? I mean,
well, you know...
I know you honestly believe you're a stone bonk certainty, don't you now?
Well, you know I wouldn't say this publicly anyway, Brian, but we've got an excellent chance. There's a long way to go, but we've played very, very well all season, and I have no reason to believe that we won't go on doing so.
Andy Nelson, it was nice to see you winning again yesterday and to see that the philosophy is working out again, attacking all the time. Thanks for coming in, Andy.